What up, Conroe? You're listening to Nerd Thug Radio. And guess what, guys? No Joey Savage this week, which means you guys are in for a real treat, because it's the Corey DLG show with his lackeys, the DLGs. And I'm going to let Angry Zach talk sometimes, too.
I'm no one's lackey.
That's right. You're listening to us on 104.5, 106.1. They're the sister stations. And we are always on irlonestar.com. Check us out on Facebook, Nerd Thug Radio. Go to nerdthugradio.com. There's some Instagram, there's some Twitter, there's some other stuff. I don't really care. Just check it out if you want. Anyway, hello, Connor. How are you guys? You're listening to Corey DLG. And with me today, as always, is my sidekick producer extraordinaire.
Yeah, Nico DLG here.
And we have a special guest. I'm not going to call you Sticky Vicky, because that wouldn't be nice at all.
No.
So I won't say Sticky Vicky.
And we're not going to use your official nickname, I think, tonight.
Yeah, we're not going to say Sticky Vicky at all. Vicky DLG.
Vicky DLG in
That's-
the house.
Whoop, whoop. And then helping out a little bit. Yeah, well, that was really low-key.
In the house?
Did you say in the hizzle?
In the hizzle?
So-
In the
shizzle?
the hizzy?
Ooh, I don't know about that. I'm not going to be in no kind of hizzies. No.
No hizzizes?
No.
They have a shot for that. And then also with us today, Zach Attack.
What's up?
All right, guys. There's a lot of us today. I'm excited. What? Anybody want to kind of anybody have anything fun happen this week?
I had something embarrassing happen this week.
That's the
Ooh.
best kind of fun.
Get into it.
I guess it's not that bad.
I'll
Anyway,
roast you.
Wow,
So-
way to set the bar high and then immediately walk
No,
under
but
it.
you know what? That's brilliant. I do that anytime I feel like I may have set the bar too high. I then resell it super low. Like if I tell somebody something, they get super excited. My immediate follow up to
It's
that
like,
is,
wait, whoa.
To be clear,
But I immediately...
didn't actually mean I won gold in the Olympics. I saw the Olympics on TV.
But when that happens,
I
when
got
somebody does
a
that
golden wheel Olympics.
when that happens though, when somebody does that to me, I immediately stop listening to them because they're not even sure what the point of their story is at that point.
All right, Victoria, follow through for us.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's-
After that great setup from Zach, so I've been kind of seeing this dude for a while, right?
What?
It's not
What do you mean
it's not the
seeing
beginning.
Like seeing
Because
them out
this
in
is
public?
modern dating, and you're never actually boyfriend and girlfriend. You're seeing, or you're hanging out, or you're
But I see people all the
kind of
time.
with somebody.
This is true. This is
Anyway,
100%.
so
Oh, do you mean he's your band friend?
what? Anyway, so I go out with my friend actually, and he's like, "Oh, I don't feel good." Because first, not gonna lie, Steph, I hope you're not listening. I was gonna hang out with him, but he got sick, and so I was like, "Hey, Steph, like
just
I'm already
got backburnered.
downtown. I'm already downtown. Like, do you want to meet up? Let's go hang out. Let's whatever." So we go downtown, and he's asking, "Well, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, well, we're here drinking, whatever." And he was like, "Oh, I might come out." I was like, "Okay."
Strange.
All right. And he never wants, he doesn't really like the whole bar club scene. He never wants, I was kind of like,
Yeah,
all
maybe 'cause
right.
it's
I was
terrible.
like, yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't really believe it. Anyway, he shows up, whatever. My friend's like, great, I'm the frickin' third wheel.
Right.
Awesome. This is
No-
supposed to be a girls' night.
Now I have to find some random person to take home. Mm-hmm. Oh.
No, what?
Oh.
Anyways.
Is that not what every other third wheel does?
At this point,
Oh,
no.
weird.
No,
Weird.
they
Yes.
just kind of like background.
I may
kinda,
be
like,
doing this
pretend to
wrong.
nervously
I think
drink.
I think you've honed being a third wheel into an art to where it's a desirable position for you.
Yeah. Like if someone's like, "Do you want a third wheel with us?" I'm like, "Yeah, yes."
Because speaking as someone who has met you for the first time, when you meet you for the first time, it's real intense for all Corey all the time.
Right.
So if I was Corey, I also would glom onto other couples and be an intentional third wheel.
We're gonna look
You
up glom. I
spread-
don't think that's a word.
Spread out
Glom.
some of that.
It needs to be there, though.
Right. The coriness of the situation.
Yeah,
Exactly.
That's
the
fair.
coriness of the situation.
Yeah.
So anyway, old boy shows
Oh,
up unexpectedly,
yeah,
like
and
the
at
Dark
this point-
Knight.
Yeah, and at this point, I don't drink beer. I don't really particularly like it, but I've already had wings, I've had beer, and now I've switched to liquor, which I know you're not supposed to do beer than liquor.
Those are all myths.
but
is a
myth.
it's-
That is a myth.
Anyways, so
You don't know.
Yeah,
I've
drink-
heard of a myth
I've
before.
mixed all kinds of stuff, and I don't really like to eat before I drink because I just don't like the mixture of alcohol and food in my stomach. It feels
yeah,
weird.
because I'm not wasting a $40 buzz on a $10 meal.
Thank you.
Wow. Math.
If I'm going in to get drunk, I don't want to wait forever, and I don't want to spend a ton of money. I'm a lightweight as is, so
That doesn't at all sound like a cry for help.
Right. The meetings are literally at the church every Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m.
Anyway, so it's like a weird mix in my stomach already.
Okay.
Anyway, night goes on. He's like, all right, look, it's already we're getting to closing time. It's like 1:45. And he's like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and head out. I was like, okay. I'm going to the car to say goodbye, right?
Right.
Anyways.
Yeah, no, that's
All
fine.
right.
Public radio. Got it.
Yeah. Anyways, in the middle of saying goodbye,
Yes, using your words.
getting real, all of a sudden nauseous.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're in the car, so I don't really want to puke in his car.
It's his though, not yours.
So
Puke away.
Non-issue.
So
Puke away.
I puke into my hand.
I
was like, I don't feel good, and I turned and it's straight into my hand, and I'm like, oh god, what do I do with this puke in my hands? And I just swing open the door and just like plop it out. It was so gross, and he thought it was funny, but I was like, that is the most embarrassing thing.
I would have laughed, then left you there.
It was so bad, and he was just like, I was like,
tweeted it.
oh, and it just smelled like vomit in the
Yeah.
car, and it was just, it was so
Yeah,
bad.
because you probably
and I was
didn't-
just like, drop me off at the, just take me back. I need to go to my friend. I need to go to the bathroom, and I need to go home.
Yeah.
I had vomit on my shirt. Like, it was bad.
That's
it
what
was bad.
That's what I was about to say. There's no way you caught it all.
Here's my
No,
issue.
no,
Your hands are
I
tiny.
didn't.
Here's
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
here's-
that's fair.
here's-
No, it was on my
here's
shirt.
my issue
I was
with
like, I'm
this.
sure it got somewhere else too. And he was probably like, God dang
And
it.
what part of your brain was throwing up into your own hand a better alternative than throwing up in his car?
Because
What-
I don't want to
at
be
what
the girl
point-
that threw
at-
up
but at
all
what-
over his car, and
but
then
at
he's
what
like, now he's
point-
got to go clean my puke off of his car.
But at what
Not
point,
your problem.
But at what point in your
I don't know.
head
It
were you
was
like,
a- it
this
was
is
a
going to be
small amount
way
of
less
puke.
embarrassing?
It was a small amount of puke. It was a manageable amount of puke, I guess. It wasn't like a whole.
The only
like,
the
really,
only
like,
ever time I've
letting it
In your
out.
puked
hand
into
or
my
that it landed in the
hands
car?
was complete reflex. There was just
It
one
was
day.
reflex. It was just. I don't know that. I don't know.
Like
what
that wasn't the plan, but I think it sounds like what you're saying is
Or maybe
like
I was just drunk, and that was my slow reaction to cover my mouth.
Like,
I don't know.
Like your vomit panic was just like into your hand. Like I don't know. That's
because I've done that
I
because
don't know.
I've been sitting in my room. I sat in my
rough.
room one day and I just felt real nauseous and I literally it just blood and then it was in my hands and I didn't have anywhere to do with it.
like let me guess. You're playing
I
a
don't
video
know how
game.
to
and
do
No,
you-
I was
I'm
in my
not
room. I was gonna go up and go to the bathroom and I just threw up in my hands. So then I was just standing in the middle of my room with this vomit in my hands.
Corey, is this a family thing?
No. As a matter of fact, I proudly vomit everywhere that isn't mine
Anywhere
anyway.
that isn't me.
Yeah.
My only rule for
Right,
vomiting is
is-
don't vomit on me.
Will I have to
I
clean
don't
this
want it
later?
on my.
and what's great about my don't vomit on me vomiting rule is that it applies to not only me but everyone else.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
So
yeah.
that was my winning story.
That's
for the
pretty
week.
awesome. How do you look at yourself in
I-
there?
I-
I mean,
The good news is I still saw him recently, so that wasn't enough to.
Yeah, you throw up in your hands. It's just more embarrassing for you. It's not gonna be like, oh man,
I don't know.
garbage.
I don't know. There,
Yeah. I have to say it's surprising that he has contacted
That's what
me.
I said. That's what I said.
to my credit, maybe to my discredit, I've definitely dumped girls for way less than puking in their own hands, or at least discontinued seeing them in this modern dating world.
I dumped a girl when she got a hangnail.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because they're limping around. They're not
Yeah,
going to be
I'm
able to
not-
survive the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah,
I'm with them.
Hangnail?
Yeah.
I'm not interested.
It's like
in that.
when it goes into the flesh
I thought
instead of out of the
hangnails were
flesh.
I'm not
skinny
Those are
strips.
cuticles, I thought.
I've never been
No?
into starting dating a girl when she is in one situation and then her becoming damaged and me continuing to date her. I'm not interested.
What
Okay.
do you mean damaged?
Okay, I'm going to say this. This is gonna-
Hangnail, broken
right,
leg,
Right.
bad haircut. Done.
Hold on.
Damaged.
Wait, what?
Damaged.
Done.
Bad haircuts. But you know what? A woman would react that a bad haircut is damaging. Like, they would act like they were damaged, so
Yeah,
that's fair.
It's
That's
damaging to me.
fair. That's totally not
I
fair.
dated you when you looked this way.
Now you've changed things.
You have changed things on me, and my weirdo, hyper-focusing, sometimes autistic self can't get over things that change without my consent.
Right. No, that's, you know
But I
what?
mean, over time, you're gonna change anyway.
Right, but dating is such a micro
Yeah, but that's
Day
right.
to
But
day
we're talking
kinda
about
deal.
dating.
Yeah.
Like I'm not talking about like
relationship.
I'm not talking like necessarily I'll leave my wife if in 30 years she's in a wheelchair, but
You'll
Hey.
consider it.
hey, stay on your toes, toots.
Oh, that's.
I was actually going to ask,
I'm
like,
sorry you're married to Zach, Kaylee. I'm really sorry.
like I always kind of worry, like, I worry about everything because I'm so neurotic anyway. But like one of the things in the back of my head that always kind of concerns me is like, what if I were to ever be in a long-term relationship, get married, and then things drastically change? Like, because you say sickness and health, life or death. Like, what if you actually have to make the decision? Like, oh God, now I actually have to stay with this person who's been drastically altered. A train runs her over. Now there's only half of her there. Like, now what?
Yeah,
Right?
That's why you should really only get.
yeah. I think
But even if you really, really, really love her, even if you love her to death,
that's a huge change.
like, yeah, that's a massive change.
It's not, and it's less. And I get where Corey's coming from.
But that's the whole commitment of marriage, isn't it?
Right,
You're
right.
saying
That's what I'm saying,
even
is I don't
when-
know.
and
I don't-
When stuff is rough, and when it's not like it used to be, you're saying even when it's like that, my love is supposed to
overpower.
So
Right.
Okay, wait,
how
but okay.
overpowered.
Right, but there's
I
no way
get-
to there's no way to know before you go in if you love someone enough to survive train mauling.
Right, like I don't necessarily
That's not,
agree.
you
I don't
gotta be
necessarily.
as sure as possible, but before you make those vows.
I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with Corey's point because I lean towards the way you think, but I get where he's coming from because it's beyond the superficial thing. Like Corey's not saying like she lost her legs in a train wreck. That's not just I'm sad because she doesn't have legs. That's a massive change. It's going to change her mindset. It's going to change the way she looks at the world, the way you look at the world. Like, where's the line? Like, what change is too much?
Right, like
to deal with.
So, like I've heard friends.
I get what you're saying.
Right, because I've like heard friends who have stories where like they both agreed as grown-ups and adults that in our relationship there will be no children. So then they get married under the pretense that they don't want kids. Then something changes and one of them changed their mind. Well, now you're changing the agreement.
Right.
And like that can alter the relationship.
Well,
because
and you
like
can't stay together. That's not something that like.
right, if the other person fundamentally believes they don't want children, and now you've shifted your belief to children, one of you is going to be unhappy
And
with
it's
the
not
outcome.
a we can have it both ways situation.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Like
It's not like a TV upstairs, TV downstairs scenario.
Right. It's not like if my wife dyed her hair blonde, but I prefer brunettes. Like,
Right. Eventually, she might go back, or you could even just turn the lights off. But in this situation, like there's another person at the house now, and they're going to
Like
need
going
you for
out to
stuff. Yeah, exactly. Just
Okay.
no lights on in the house for like the
But
next
that's where
3
I
months.
struggle the most with change is when I'm feeding.
I believe that. You're like a small herbivore dinosaur. Like any change just upsets you and the balance of it.
That's true.
This is irritating.
Like
I'm upset
stomach
now.
digestive
He's like a Paul's
issues.
Triceratops.
I get
like he
skittish.
just what?
I get skittish because I'm worried about predators.
Right. No,
If
that's
something's different, there could be predators.
He's like, oh god.
That's a logical.
What's
fear.
next?
oh, absolutely. I mean,
But I get where you're coming from, right? Because there are things that are like fundamental changes.
Right,
And I don't
yeah.
mean actions, right? You mean like somebody's mindset has changed so much they're no longer the person you're married.
Right.
It's not a bad situation. They're a different person.
exactly. And so like then it's like, oh, do we go? Do we stay? Do we go? Things have changed. And speaking of staying or going, let's get out here, do a break. When we come back, we're gonna have more fun, less serious, because no one else is getting married and hit by a train. Anyway, this is Nerd Thug Radio.
Hopefully.
Stick with us.